The Chicago Bulls survive a high scoring affair with the Atlanta Hawks with a 152 to 150 win. We'll talk about it right after this. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome back to Whole Lotta Bull. I'm Troy. Follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Troy. But follow the show at Whole Lotta Bull. So the Chicago Bulls get a third consecutive victory, this time today beating the Atlanta Hawks 152 to 150. Not in overtime. No overtimes. 4 quarters of basketball. 152 to 50. 152 to 150 in 4 quarters of basketball. Apparently, defense was optional today. Now, both teams offensively exceptional. Obviously, when you're scoring 302 points combined in regulation, offense is exceptional. Both teams, defense, absolute fucking dog shit on both teams. Now, obviously, I only give a fuck about the Chicago Bulls, Atlanta Hawks. Hey, I'm glad your defense was that dog shit that you gave up 152 points. Chicago, get your fucking shit together on the defensive end. You gave up 150 points in 4 quarters of basketball. 150 points in 4 quarters of basketball. $150 points in 4 quarters of NBA basketball. Man, like, okay, look on the positive side. We won the game. Everyone other than Patrick Williams and Jalen Smith who got on the court today got double figures. So we had what are we looking at? 6, 7, 8, 9 players in double figures today for the Chicago Bulls. Led by Buzelis, 28 points, 10 of 11 from the field, including 7 of 8 from downtown. 7 of 8 from downtown for Buzelis. Who the fuck ever saw that coming from Martis? Anyone raise your hand? No one? Yeah, didn't think so. Josh Giddey in this game, also huge, comes 1 rebound shy of another triple-double. 19 points, 12 boards, 12 assists, 9 rebounds. 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 6 from downtown. So not Giddey, not Josh's greatest game from beyond the arc. But where I'm more concerned about Josh Giddey's performance in this one, now gets to the free throw line 8 times, which is great. No arguments there. That is brilliant. He only makes 5 of them for 62.5%. I'm sorry. That needs to be, and again, people who know me personally, like Patty, shut up, Patty. I know what you're thinking already. But that said, that's an inside joke between me and Patty, which I know he's told a few people. But shut up, Patty. I'm telling you right now. I'm prideful when it comes to free throw shooting. 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Not good enough, and that needs to be 7 of 8. Overall, the Bulls, as a team, terrible from the free throw line. Terrible. 20. Now we get to the free throw line 39 times. That's great. That's beautiful. You only made 26 of them. But it's just under 67% from the free throw line. The Atlanta Hawks, on the other end, get to the free throw line 7 less times, 32 free throws. They make 25. So they make 1 less free throw than you on 7 less attempts for 78%. That 78%, the Bulls do that from the free throw line themselves. They win this game by almost double figures. Now, other positives to look from the Chicago Bulls in this one. 57.5% from the field, 47.5% from downtown, 20 of 42 from beyond the arc for the Chicago Bulls. So trying to find that balance in the amount of three-pointers that they take in this game, because we've seen them take 30, we've seen them take 50. That 42, maybe that comes down a little stretch, but hey, one thing I'm always gonna say when it comes to three-point shots, if they're open, you fucking take them. You take open shots. I don't care what part of the court they're on. Obviously in the paint, mid-range. Now, I know Billy Donovan hates mid-range games. Fuck that shit. If you're open in the mid-range and you can shoot the mid-range, you fucking shoot the ball. Simple as that. Open from 3, you shoot the ball, unless depending on who you are, of course. Man, like, who on this team would I not want shooting an open 3? Okoro, yeah, his percentage is not great, but hey, if he's open, you shoot it. Martis, absolutely shoot it. Vucevic, shoot it. Kobe White, definitely shoot it. Giddey, open, damn right you better shoot the ball. Trey Jones, but you better shoot the ball. Definitely. Kevin Huerter, absolutely. Zach Collins, yeah, take it. Patrick Williams, definitely. Jalen Smith, definitely. Javon Carter, well, he's going to take it if you give him a centimeter of space anyway, so definitely shoot it. There's not one player on this active roster who I do not want shooting an open three-pointer if it presents itself. Not one. So if you're open, you shoot the damn ball. But that being said, good to see a nice balance from the Chicago Bulls in those three-point attempts. Obviously, attacking the basket yet again because, almost 40 free throw attempts. That's brilliant. We attacking the basket. You get to the free throw line. That's awesome. Another huge one in this game for the Chicago Bulls. I will say his name this time. Jim Boylan would fucking love to see this stat. 41 assists. 41 assists for the Chicago Bulls in this game. Out now again, but Atlanta Hawks, okay, because this was just an offensive only game. They get 39 assists themselves. We out rebound the Atlanta Hawks 40-35. And just trying to quickly look at some of these other stats. 9 steals for the Chicago Bulls, 6 for the Atlanta Hawks, 7 blocks for the Hawks, only 3 for Chicago. The Bulls, 11 turnovers in this game, Atlanta 10. Now, considering how high possession this game was, high scoring, to only have 11 turnovers in this game, the most in this game was Kobe White with 3. No, Isaac, none. Martis, none. Vucevic, 1. Josh Giddey, 1. Trey, Io, Kevin Huerter, 1. Jalen Smith, 1. Zach Collins has a couple. To only have 11 turnovers in this game, in what was a really high possession game, free flowing. Hey, in a normal game, if you can forget the high scoring, a game that finishes 120-110, if you only finish with 11 turnovers, you're damn happy with that. You're goddamn happy with that. Now, the biggest issue in this game for both teams, as I said, 152-150, clearly the defense. So one thing, now after I'm done recording, I'm going to, catch up on Twitter, see what everyone's saying about the game. One thing that will drive me crazy as I catch up on everyone's comments about this game is if anyone's picking on any individual's defensive efforts in this game. Not that you're wrong. Not that you're wrong whatsoever in picking on pointing out certain individuals' efforts or defensively. Josh Giddey in this game, everyone knows I'm a Josh Giddey guy. Josh Giddey in this game had some absolute disastrous defensive possessions. The one where he turns his back on Jalen Johnson, but then at the same time, no one rolls over. Like, I'd assume then there was like Josh Giddey, he turns his back on Jalen Johnson, who gets a drive to the basket. I think Kobe White was also there in a double screen. I'd assume it was the one at the back. I probably should have slid over, maybe down in the paint. I can't remember who else is in the court, but for the sake of the argument, Nikola Vucevic and Martis Buzelis. Why didn't one of them slide over as well on the help? But Josh Giddey turning your back on the ball, that's fucking dog shit. That's absolute shit. But to get back to my original point, if anyone wants to pick on individual players' defense as to why this game was this or that, whatever. I hope you put your efforts into everyone on this fucking team because as a team, the defense was dog shit. You give up 150 points. The defense as a group, as a team, everyone who stepped foot on that floor was dog shit defensively. Everyone. Isaac Okoro, fouls out in this game. Fine, gets a couple of steals. Nikola Vucevic has 3 steals. Josh Giddey has 2. Hey, those numbers look great. As a whole, the defense was dog shit as a team. So the Chicago Bulls, when they got back to that locker room tomorrow, when they have the day off between the 2 games in Atlanta, you better be reviewing this tape defensively. Offensively, fantastic. You score 152 points. Now, I tried to have a quick look at it before I started recording. Is that potentially the highest scoring Bulls game in regulation, not including overtimes? Because we know that four overtime, funnily enough, against the Atlanta Hawks, where they scored like 168 points. In regulation, is that the highest scoring Bulls game in history? 152 points in 4 quarters. Is that potentially the Bulls' highest scoring regulation game ever? Someone drop a comment down below and let me know. But defensively, this was a downright fucking disaster from the Chicago Bulls. Yes, the Atlanta Hawks too. But I don't give a fuck about the Hawks. This is whole lot of Bull, not a whole lot of Hawk. I mean, Jalen Johnson in this game kills us. 36 points, 11 boards, 9 assists. So he 1 assist shy of another triple double. Him and Josh Giddey are tied for second in the NBA with 6 triple doubles each. So they both fall 1 stat short of another triple double each. Trae Young, who had missed 23 games this year, only played his return game the previous game before this. He drops 35 points, 10 to 16, 7 to 9 from me on the arc. 8 to 9 from the free throw line. Now, nice try, Trae Young, on trying to flop your way to another foul call on that last possession. Good defense on that possession from Josh Giddey. He knew that Trae Young was going to try and play for the foul. Managed to keep himself out of it and not give away the foul. Good defense, Josh Giddey on that last possession. And hey, everyone on this team, yeah, you had some good defense possessions. But again, as I said at the start of it, overall, defensively, dog shit. Pure dog shit. Now, at times offensively, especially in the first half, some of the things I didn't like. Okay, Kobe White finishes 3-7 from you on the arc, 43%. That's fantastic. He had a couple of rushed, and okay, Josh Giddey did the same thing. I think Martis did it, even though he made it. There was a lot of early 3-point attempts in the shot clock. Kobe White made his first 3-pointer of the game, and his next 2 decided to be what looked like heat checks. Now, I know there's gonna be some fans, who'll be like, "Well, it's Kobe White." I'm sorry, you make 1 3-pointer, it doesn't give you a right to a heat check. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care if you're Steph Curry. I don't care if you're Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Kyle Korver, some of the greatest shooters of this game. Making your first and only 3-point attempt does not give you a right to start heat checking, especially when they're early in the offense, early in the shot clock shots, off balance, falling to one side. Don't like it, don't do it. But hey, when you finish 3-7 overall, hey, that could have been 4 or 5 of 7 if you just took the right shots, were balanced. Who knows? Again, Kobe White gets to the free throw line 10 times, so that's great to see. Attacking the basket, 6 to 10. Again, like the whole team, got to do better from the free throw line. Especially when you're getting there in bulk amounts. When you're getting 10 free throws, Josh Giddey had 8, and you both shoot in the 60% range from the free throw line for the backcourt. That's terrible. Downright fucking terrible. Overall, to try and focus in on the positives, because again, pull my hair out with the defense. The ball movement, the play movement off the ball was fucking fantastic in this game. It was brilliant. The balls through these last 3 games and even some of those last couple of losses, as we're still getting bodies back from injury. The ball movement, play movement is starting to get back to where we were when we started the season 5-0. And that's nothing but a positive sign. But what's clearly evident for this Chicago Bulls team, because we do not have that superstar player, we don't have that guy. We all know this. We don't have a Kevin Durant or an Anthony Edwards or a Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis Antetokounmpo. We don't have that guy. We all know this. So it relies on a whole team effort. So one thing that this team cannot afford is multiple players being out with injuries that keep him out for a number of games. You know, we saw Isaac Okoro go out for 8 games. You know, Kobe White missed a big chunk at the start of the season with that calf strain. Josh Giddey missed a game or 2 with the ankle. You know, we can't Ida Sumu with the sprained thumbs. Zach Collins to start the season as well. Like, we can't have massive stretches of players missing games, especially multiple players of, because this is the strength of this team is depth. So when that depth starts missing, especially when some of that depth is some of your best defensive presence, it's going to cause an issue. Not that that's an excuse for losing some of those games that we did. Brooklyn, Indiana twice. We beat Washington by 1. I mean, losing those like Charlotte, for example, yeah, we beat them 1 out of 2 times, but that should be 2 out of 2. In that 7-game stretch, considering all the players that were missing, where it was the easy schedule, that should still be 5-2 in that stretch. But hey, I digress. Overall, now if you're looking at this from a neutral standpoint of view of a guy of a fan who doesn't support either team, just likes to sit back and watch high tempo, high scoring basketball, you would have fucking loved this game. You would have absolutely loved it. As a neutral fan who wants to see both teams compete and play defense and score, of course, because that's, you know, you got to outscore the other team to win the game. But for people who love basketball as a whole, you would have hated this game because there's no defense. And especially for us Bulls fans, yes, we come away with a win. We escape with a victory in a high scoring game. The defense would drive you fucking insane. So Billy Donovan, Wes Unseld, uh, I'm blanking on the other assistant where we got from Miami and the Clippers. Dan Craig, I think it is. You guys need to get your shit together. Sit down and talk to these players about defense. Because if that starts ending up being the defense that we start rolling out going forward, doesn't matter how good the offense looks. It really doesn't. If that's going to start being the defense we play out, we're going to start having our asses handed to us on a regular basis again. And we can't have that. So the defense needs to get its shit together. As a team, individually, you got to take pride in your one-on-one matchups. Now, so I know some people complain about the zone defense. Well, guess what? Zone defense is a part of basketball. It's part of basketball from a junior age. And some people say, well, it's just weak defense. No, it's only a weak defense if you're no good at it. Now, the best way, everyone knows the best way to attack a zone defense is to attack the middle of the zone. One things that stand out with the zone defense, and there was one play in that game, I can't remember, it was obviously Atlanta on the offense, where there was a skip pass from one side of the court to the other. Obviously, the zone defense was shifted too far over to one side. Now, you're playing at a 2-3 zone defense. As a team, you should be moving and rotating together. So the player on the opposite side of the floor, when the ball's on one side, You're defending here, and your players out a little bit further. As that ball switches, it should be an easy rotation over and slide over and an easy contest, but instead they got a wide open three. Can't remember if they made it or not, but that's not the point. You got to do better on that zone defense. But anyone who thinks zone is shit and shouldn't do it, should be man on man, shut the fuck up. It's a part of the game. Get used to it. And you probably only complain about it if you were no good at it yourself. Bye. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for tonight. So the Bulls play the Atlanta Hawks again. That will be on Christmas Eve, my time. So it's on the 23rd for you guys, obviously over in the States. So that'll be a late watch for me. Obviously, we're still working on Christmas Eve. I'll get home. The Adelaide 36ers are playing on Christmas Eve our time as well. So I'll be watching the Adelaide 36ers game. And then straight after that, I'll be onto the Chicago Bulls game against the same Atlanta Hawks. And let's see if we can get 4 wins in a row, 3 of them on the road, which is a massive positive. And then we have 6 consecutive home games after Christmas, leading and going into the new year. So, hey, aside from the defense, if things keep trending the way they have been, it's some positive signs looking for the Chicago Bulls going into the calendar year of 2026. And let's see how it goes. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. So yeah, don't forget, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at balls_Troy. Follow the show at Whole Lotta Bull. Don't forget, if you guys haven't already, go check out Balls Without Borders from the last weekend when we um, Neil, Phil, and myself we chatted with the one and only Tim Sinclair. It was a great conversation with Tim. So again, if you guys haven't checked that out, please go do so. And so until next time, Bulls fans, see red, be good.